I didn't see Donald. Y'all done Donald? Committee on Parole is called to order. Today is Wednesday, March 15th, 12:27 p.m. My name is Brendan Kelsey. Along with me is Mr. Marabella and Mr. Freeman will be your panel. Staff supports see the DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. We're at Hunt Correctional. Staff and support at Hunt. Please introduce yourself.
Deputy Warden Stephanie Michaud, Christy LeBlanc, classification.
Assistant Warden Thomas Security.
Joe Buttress, Assistant Warden.
Okay, thank you. Ready for first case? Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
State your name.
Alexander Hymes, number 22309.
All right, Mr. Hymes, you heard the introduction. We'll have a parole interview. Ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. Do you understand the process?
Would you speak that again? I understand.
We're going to have a parole hearing. We're going to ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote.
All right. Okay.
And I see that Mr. Randy Meyer here that'll speak at the appropriate time.
Okay.
Alexander Hymes, DOC number 220309. You're a third class offender. Parole eligibility date 8/1/2021. Good time date 7/2/2138. Full term date 8/1/2138. 138 years for first degree robbery, 6 counts. Simple robbery 1 count, 2 counts. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hymes, how old are you?
I'm 74 years old.
How many years have you been incarcerated?
23. Going on 23 years.
How long have you been at Hunts?
Since July of last year.
Not too long, just recently?
Yes, July of last year of 2022.
Where were you before that?
At Angola.
Good. What do you, how you doing? What do you currently do there at the jail?
What I currently did in jail, you say?
What do you currently do there at the jail? What do you do at Hunts? You do anything? Any type of job or anything? What you do?
I got a permanent, no duty status.
No duty, okay. Have you been have you been in the hospital recently or anything?
No, I ever been in the hospital, but I'm going back and forward to the hospital.
What you got going on?
Well, when I was, at Angola, they put me in, locked me up and they sprayed the gas on me. And I've been suffering ever since with tiredness.
How long ago was that? When you first got in Angola?
No, that happened in 2021, February the 1st, 2021.
Why'd they spray the gas on you?
I don't know. I was laying up in the bed, sleeping when it happened. Well,
Tell me, what are your plans if you were to be released? Where are you gonna go? What you gonna do?
one must be with my dad, you know, and spend the rest of his life with my dad, you know, and I will be going to work, you know, and I got Social Security waiting on me out there, and I got VA disability benefits waiting on me out there.
You in the service?
I didn't hear you.
Were you in the service? You served in the military?
I was in the Air Force.
How long?
I stayed 2 years and came out with VA disability.
I will thank you for your service, sir. So your dad must be pretty old. How old's he?
My dad is 99 and he'll be 100 years old this coming September.
Wow. Well, when's your last disciplinary write-up?
2020, 21. That's
What?
all. As far as I aggravated right up my ass since I've been locked up.
You hadn't had any write-ups and you had one in 2021 in all the years you've been.
2021 was that right up my head.
He had 3 in 2021.
Right, 3 of them. That's what I have, 3. What happened?
2-4.
Tell him what happened. Tell him what happened.
Well, the 2021,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
on the 20, I was off from work. I worked for Prison Enterprise. I was off from work for the Cavour, day off from work for the Cavour 19. I'm laying in the bed at 39 degrees outside. I'm up under 6 blankets, jeans on, sweatshirt, a hooded sweatshirt, because I suffered anemic of the blood. And Warden Smith and 5 or more of his crew members come around and told me what's up under the bed in the bag. I said, I got my legal work in there. He said, get up and clean up under the bed. By that time, 2 of them had walked to the head of the bed. When I got up, come up under the cover and got up, Warden Smith grabbed me and told me, F me, I'm gonna be Jesus Christ. I'm going to the dungeon. I took his hands off of me. The other 2 threw their knee in my back, dropped me to the floor. They took me to the dungeon in a wheelchair. Okay. The emergency unit came to the wheelchair, came to the dungeon to check to see how I was doing. They wanted me to pay them $8 for something they had caused. And I refused to sign the paper for the $8. And his left me there in pain, okay? And 5 days later, I find out what I am charged with, okay? When I go to court, Warden Smith let his cousin write a book, and I was charged with aggravated disobedience, saying I had my fist balled up. And I would like to say this here to you. I was 72 years old at that time, weighing 140 pounds. How would I want to fight 5 people, you know, at that time? And I asked them, well, Peter, look at the camera and you'll see who the aggravated need to be charged on, but they refused to do that. Not the first time I ever been fired.
That's the first time you ever been written up, all them years. You got 3 write-ups in all them years?
That's all. All right.
Don't you know, Lord, he only have 3 write-ups in the whole time he's been there?
Since,
They gonna have 5.
well, this happened at Angola. He hasn't had any since he's been at Hunt.
Okay. How many have at Angola? You have that? I don't have that.
I showed 5. There was one in 2004, one in 2005, and then those 3 in 21.
Okay. That's a fact. So where you gonna go? What you gonna do? Where you gonna live? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna live with my dad. And
For the rest, so he got a house, so you gonna live with his dad? Your dad's 99. Put him. Does people need to take care of him? Does he take care of himself or what?
yeah, he's still working every day.
What's he do?
Yeah, what kind of work he do?
He's here. He's here in court.
My dad.
That's him back there? That's you? You're not 99. You're not 99. That's not true. My eyes are bad. You're not 99. You 99?
I see him.
He's
Oh,
still
boy, you
taking
look
care
good.
of us, all 6 of us.
Yeah.
He left. Okay, all right. Sound like a plan. Well, tell me why were you getting in all this trouble when you were young? Well, I say you were young, but I mean, younger than you are now, but why were you doing all that? But that's in your 50s.
Well, like I said, I just bought a 1997 tractor in a trailer, you know. And I got my license suspended. And I was trying to pay, you know, get some money to pay my bills on my truck, try to keep my truck, you know. And I ended up losing it. You know,
So then you started robbing people.
well, they call it, y'all call it a robbery. Like I say, I want asking people to be quiet, give me the money out of the category. If they gave it to me, I took it. They didn't, I left. I didn't have no gun.
But you can't go in there and act like you got a gun. You know that, huh?
Well,
Have you taken?
I was walking up and asking them for the money.
You take any classes while you've been in there? Any type of classes, anything?
I took 100 hours in anger management. You know? I've been working at the prison enterprise for 19 years.
Okay.
20 years.
Or do you have any input for us?
I,
You got any input for us, Warden, while he's been there?
That's what I was trying to figure out. He's in a wheelchair now. He said he's been going back and forth to the doctor, so I'm not sure medically.
I'm on a permanent no duty.
Hey, can you walk? Can you walk?
Yeah, I can walk, I just gotta get my strength back.
Okay. Well, he might be, he's having to take care of you and not you taking care of him, it look like. I'd like to make a statement, Randy.
Good afternoon, Randy Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. There's some victim opposition in this matter. She was trying to attend today, but it doesn't appear that she is on the call.
Yeah, I did notice, you're right, one victim was opposed and two were unopposed. Victim that was opposed was supposed to, we checked on her just now back here.
Yeah.
Says she wasn't
Okay.
on.
Yeah, I spoke with her yesterday, and she was going to try to get on. Was going to be able to. And I had concerns with limited programming and those 3 disciplinary reports in 2021.
All right. All right. Thank you, Randy. All right. Would you like to make a statement on your behalf, Mr. Hymes?
Yeah, if you.
Make a statement. Brief statement.
As far as the victims concerned in the crime, you know, I'm sorry. If I could do anything to help them, I would help them. If I could pay them the money we took from them, I'll pay it back to them.
All right. Panel fair to vote. I'm gonna vote first. Well, Mr. Hymes, you're right. I don't know what you were doing when you're 50, but you got a daddy that looks good. He's trying to help you, take care of you, and you take care of him. And I'm gonna vote to grant your parole today. And I want you to have a curfew from 9 p to 6 a. There ain't no reason for you to be out at late at night or up early in the morning. Ain't no reason. So you might as well just do what you got to do between 9 and 6. That's my, Mr. Freeman.
I concur. I also vote to grant with the same condition.
Mr. Marabella.
My vote is likewise the same. Good luck to you, sir.
3 votes to grant your parole. Your parole's been granted. Good luck to you. Have a great day. We'll adjourn at 12:42.
Good luck to you, sir.
Oh,
Oh man, that almost made me, yeah, I'm tearing up a little bit there. Oh, thank goodness they approved it. That's what I can tell you. Not a good look for Louisiana when you have 3 white board members, a white prosecutor, white warden keeping listening to an elderly black man in a wheelchair talking about getting gassed by the guards. It's just not a good look. I'm not, I've covered hundreds and hundreds of these cases, and it's not set up that way today. But I'm just saying, from this specific case, that was not a good look. I do want to say that I really do appreciate Randy, the assistant DA. Yeah, I said prosecutor. I meant to say DA. I do want to appreciate Randy, the assistant DA. Not reposing. He showed up with issues, but then he basically said he didn't have any issues. And I've given Randy a hard time, and I'll have to apologize. As Richard had pointed out to me, Randy shows up to every single case that falls under his parish. He's not picking and choosing what he shows up to. He shows up to all of them. It's just that many other assistant DAs don't show up to theirs. So that's it's not on Randy that he shows up to each hearing. So again, an apology to him. The whole idea that he got locked. Oh, okay. Let's the next thing. His dad. If you ever want to see what prison can do to you, just look at the father-son relationship there. His father, who's 99, turning 100, looked 20 years younger than he did, and that's pretty scary stuff. Yeah, I couldn't believe that was his father. He's a good-looking man, young-looking guy, and Alexander is just not looking good shape, and he's at the end of his rope and his patience. He had, it looked like almost no write-ups, but in 3 and 1 year, the year of his parole, and normally they won't let anybody out if you have one write-up, like a year before, 2 years. Well, I guess it was 2021, but okay. But the anyways, what he was sentenced for, I do have a problem with it. He received let me pull up the court transcripts for you, because it is, the judge threw the book at him. 138-year sentence. And what it was is that he received consecutive 20-year sentences for 5. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Or do I have the wrong? I had it up here. What did I do with it? Basically, the judge. Okay, so he had. There's a whole list here, and I'll put it in the description. But he committed all of his crimes over a short period of time. So it wasn't like he was out there robbing people for months on end or years on end. It was over the course of like 6 days. That he had committed all of these crimes. I just had it pulled up. I don't know where I put it, but it was just over a course of a bunch of days. And like he had said, he walked in, and if they gave him the money, they gave it to him. If they didn't, then he left. He never had a weapon. He just would tell them, "I have a weapon." And he'd walk in, and if they gave him the money, they gave it to him. So this wasn't even a violent offense, which makes a big difference. It's interesting that one of the victims still opposed all those years later. 20 years later was going to show up in oppose, and I'm glad that they didn't. So here it is. The defendant committed 9 offenses on 6 separate days over the course of about 2 weeks. 9 offenses. What does it mean over the course of 2 weeks? If it's 6 days. Oh, 6 separate days over the course of 2 weeks. So on 6 days, 9 robberies over 2 weeks. Each charge involved a different victim. While the offenses were similar in nature, they were not part of the same act of transactions for purposes in Article 833. They do list each one of the 9 offenses in detail. I'm not going to read it through, but they go over each one, how it went. It looked like the most he had done, from what I read, is where he grabbed someone by the arm and took them to the register. He this was his 3rd felony. He's had distribution of and things like that. This guy was no angel, but still, to give that big of a sentence when we see people that get less sentences for murder, they get, of course, less sentences for harming a child, which we've gone over that 1,000 times. And again, it was over a period of 2 weeks where I mean, the judge just threw the book at him. This is what the judge quoted. This is a very serious pattern of crimes. I know that these victims who operate small biz shops that you preyed. Oh, I know that these victims who operate these small shops that you preyed upon, and their lives will never be the same. When anyone enters their shop, they will be concerned and in fear that the person may again perpetrate a robbery on them, that they may be armed and dangerous with a dangerous weapon, and they may be harmed, but they may in fact lose their lives. That's a fear that they will have to live with based upon the types of actions that you perpetrated on them. I mean, I don't disagree with that, although there is still a difference in terms of sentencing, how long you punish someone, and punishing someone, especially at his age at the time, 58 years old, giving him a 10-year sentence would have been a punishment. Giving him 138-year sentence to run consecutively, that's I don't get that. Anyways, tell me if you disagree. I'm always open to hearing both sides of the argument here. But I am happy with the outcome and really happy for father and son, and that he'll be getting out. But with that, I'll let you go.